The air crackles with anticipation. Hollywood, a town built on illusion, holds its breath because when Jaguar Wright speaks, the carefully constructed facades begin to crumble. She's a wrecking ball in a sequin dress, a truth teller armed with a microphone, and right now she's aiming straight for the throne, the one occupied by Beyonce and Jay-Z. The rumor, whispered in hushed tones for years, is a festering wound on the Carters' seemingly perfect image. Blue Ivy, their firstborn, might not be Beyonce's biological child. It's a claim so audacious, so potentially devastating that it's usually relegated to the darkest corners of the internet, dismissed as the ravings of conspiracy theorists. But Jaguar Wright has a way of dragging the darkness into the light. She's done it before. Remember the Diddy allegations? Dismissed as the rantings of a disgruntled artist until the lawsuits and documentaries started piling up, validating her claims in ways no one could have predicted. Now, every time she opens her mouth, the powerful tremble, wondering if she holds another uncomfortable truth. The foundation of this particular rumor rests on a single, seemingly insignificant moment, Beyonce's 2011 VMA performance. Her actual performance. The mic drop. The glittering jacket unbuttoned, the proud rub of her baby bump. It was supposed to be a fairy tale reveal, and for a moment, it was. The crowd roared, cameras flashed, and Jay-Z beamed. Baby Blue was instantly Hollywood royalty. But then came the interview, an Australian talk show. Beyonce, elegant and composed, sat down with Molly Meldrum. She leaned forward and the internet exploded because her belly folded, not like a baby shifting, but like a deflating balloon. The Zapruder film of celebrity pregnancies was born. Frames were frozen, zooms were applied, and slow motion replays became the norm. Was it the dress? Some argued. Just an unfortunate crease in the fabric. But others saw something more sinister, a crack in the carefully crafted narrative. The Beyonce baby bump investigation was officially underway. The theories spiraled. Surrogacy, a fake pregnancy, elaborate prosthetics, talk shows debated, gossip blogs ran wild, and YouTube detectives donned their virtual magnifying glasses. Beyonce herself addressed the rumors, calling them the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, and spoke of the heartbreak of a previous miscarriage in her documentary, Life is But a Dream. She painted a picture of a miracle pregnancy, a second chance at motherhood. Magazines quoted anonymous sources swearing everything was perfectly normal, but the internet remained unconvinced. The hospital lockdown, the reported $1,300,000 0 cents spent to shut down an entire floor of Lenox Hill Hospital, the furious parents blocked from seeing their own newborns, it all fueled the fire. It didn't sound like a birth, it sounded like a covert operation, and that's where Jaguar Wright enters the picture, wielding her truth like a weapon. She claims the money wasn't for privacy, it was hush money. And Beyonce, according to Jaguar, didn't give birth that night. Someone else did. Someone named Kathy White. The name hangs in the air, heavy with implication. Who was Kathy White? Not just some random face in the crowd. A PR consultant and fitness coach connected to the biggest players in Hollywood, including Jay-Z and Diddy. She wasn't just in the mix, she was the mix. But according to Jaguar Wright, Kathy White was more than just an acquaintance. She was the key to the Carters' biggest secret, the real mother of Blue Ivy. Jaguar claims Kathy was already in her second trimester when Beyonce's bump made its debut. The timelines she insists align too perfectly to be chalked up to mere coincidence. Then comes the chilling part. Not long after Blue Ivy's birth, Kathy White died. The news sent shockwaves through her circle. She was only 28, seemingly healthy, vibrant, at the peak of her life. The cause of death? A brain aneurysm. For some, the explanation felt insufficient. Too neat, too convenient. Journalist Liz Crokin revealed she had scheduled an interview with Kathy just days before her untimely demise. Kathy, Liz said, was ready to break her silence on something significant. What exactly remains a mystery. Was it a coincidence? Possibly. But Jaguar Wright doesn't believe in coincidences. She alleges Kathy was carrying Jay-Z's child, and that child may have been Blue Ivy. It sounds outlandish, a plot ripped from a Hollywood thriller, but history has taught us to listen when Jaguar speaks. Remember when she exposed Diddy's secrets? She was labeled crazy, a liar, until the evidence surfaced, vindicating her claims. Now she's connecting the dots, painting a disturbing picture of powerful men silencing silenced women, and unanswered questions. She draws parallels between Kathy White's death and the death of Kim Porter, another woman whose passing Jaguar believes was shrouded in secrecy. Even I'll be sure Kim's ex has hinted that pneumonia wasn't the full story. Carter is just as bad as Diddy, Jaguar declared, and I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it. That single sentence hangs heavy, a chilling suggestion of personal experience of battles fought in the shadows of Hollywood power. Harsh? Absolutely. But Jaguar speaks with the conviction of someone who's witnessed the darkness firsthand. Whether you believe her or not, it's impossible to ignore her. Even Beyonce's lyrics lend fuel to the fire. Songs like Heaven and Daughter speak of pain, loss, and letting go, with lines like, "Heaven couldn't wait for you," rope, and your body laid out on these filthy floors, your bloodstains on my custom couture. To most, these are emotional expressions of grief and motherhood, but to the conspiracy-minded, they sound like veiled confessions, hidden truths buried beneath layers of melody, a glimpse of guilt slipping out when no one's supposed to be listening. Beyonce has confirmed a miscarriage before Blue Ivy. Perhaps these lyrics reflect that pain, but for those who question the official narrative, they're breadcrumbs, leading back to that lockdown hospital in 2012. When the world's most meticulously crafted superstar sings about bodies on the floor and heaven claiming what's hers, it's hard not to wonder what she's really saying. The fans don't just hear poetry anymore, they hear confession. And when it comes to defending Beyonce, no one fights harder than her mother, Tina Knowles. For years, Tina has been the first line of defense, squashing rumors before they spread. When the fake pregnancy allegations resurfaced, she fired back, accusing the media of perpetuating a cruel lie. In her memoir, Tina wrote about the pain of watching her daughter mocked for something so deeply personal. She revealed Beyonce's multiple miscarriages and the heartbreak of seeing her miracle pregnancy turned into a joke. Fame is a battlefield. Even a mother's heartbreak becomes fodder for gossip. Tina emphasizes Beyonce's fierce protection of her privacy, a necessary shield for her peace. But on the internet, peace is a luxury. Every story is twisted, every word scrutinized, regardless of the damage. Once a narrative latches onto someone like Beyonce, it's impossible to shake, especially when that person is powerful, seemingly untouchable, and controls her image with military precision. Jaguar Wright may not possess irrefutable proof, but her track record speaks for itself. She has a history of making outrageous claims that eventually turn out to be partially true. Her fearlessness is captivating. She speaks not like someone afraid of lawsuits or backlash, but like someone who has already faced the storm and emerged defiant. There is a raw honesty, a sharp edge to her words that keeps people listening, even when her claims seem unbelievable. From this point forward, any word that I say, I ain't holding back, and I ain't saying alleged either, she declared. Y'all said I was lying the first time. Now it turns out I'm telling the truth. Then there's Beyonce, the architect of her own myth. She's curated an image of untouchable perfection. And maybe that's part of the problem. The flawlessness almost invites suspicion. Is it possible to be that polished, that composed, without something being carefully concealed? It's a question that's haunted her for years. Jaguar, on the other hand, is the antithesis of calculated. She's raw, unfiltered, unapologetically herself. The contrast is stark, and for many, it's what makes her so believable. Next to Beyonce's carefully constructed goddess persona, Jaguar feels human. Even without concrete evidence, the internet keeps handing Jaguar the microphone. She's unpredictable, chaotic, a walking, talking Molotov cocktail of truth and speculation, and let's be honest, she's wildly entertaining. Perhaps the reason this rumor persists has nothing to do with surrogacy or babies. Maybe it's about control. Beyonce's empire thrives on precision. Every pregnancy announcement, every family photo, every documentary moment feels like a scene from a meticulously directed film. It's her power, her brand, her weapon of choice. But that same control breeds distrust. When the public only sees what you allow them to see, they inevitably start to wonder what's hidden behind the curtain. What secrets are being guarded? What truths are being suppressed? Jaguar operates in a completely different realm. No filters, no publicists, no damage control. Just her, a smartphone, and a story so outlandish it borders on the absurd, yet somehow resonates with a disturbing sense of authenticity. Unpolished, unfiltered, and undeniably raw. That's why people can't stop listening. The folded belly on that Australian talk show, the lockdown at Lenox Hill Hospital. the sudden death of Kathy White, the cryptic lyrics hinting at loss and pain. Each detail, however small, adds another layer of intrigue to the narrative. When Beyoncé got on that stage with that fake baby bump, Jaguar declared it was lined up with the same timing of where Kathy White would have been in her second trimester. The accusation hangs in the air, a challenge to the official story, a dare to look closer, to question everything. So what is the truth? Did Beyoncé carry Blue Ivy herself, a miracle pregnancy after heartbreak? Or was Kathy White's death more than just a tragic coincidence? Is Jaguar Wright peeling back another layer of Hollywood's carefully concealed secrets? Or is this just another wild rumor, destined to fade into the background noise of celebrity gossip? There are no easy answers, no smoking gun, just whispers, speculation, and a mountain of unanswered questions. But one thing is certain, every time Jaguar Wright speaks, the world stops scrolling. Maybe that's what truly stings. Love her or hate her, she shakes the room. She forces people to confront uncomfortable truths, to question the narratives they've been fed. Whether she's a truth teller or just a master of chaos, she commands attention. Perhaps Beyoncé's pregnancy was precisely what she claimed, a blessing, a miracle, a testament to the power of hope. Or perhaps, just perhaps, Blue Ivy's birth was the most elaborate illusion Hollywood has ever orchestrated. Either way, the rumor refuses to die, and until someone reveals the whole truth, the world will continue to wait, to guess, to wonder who's lying in this glittering maze of secrets. What's the cost of perfection? For Beyoncé, it seems the price is perpetual scrutiny. She's built a career on carefully controlled narratives, on revealing only what she wants the world to see. That level of control, that iron grip on her image, is both her greatest strength and her biggest vulnerability. The internet loves a mystery, and the more airtight the facade, the more desperate people are to find the crack. The Blue Ivy surrogacy rumor isn't just about a baby, it's about power, control, and the lengths to which the elite will go to maintain their carefully constructed realities. Consider the players. Beyoncé, the queen whose every move is calculated, analyzed, and dissected. Jay-Z, the mogul, a man who knows how to navigate the shadows of the industry, a master of deals and discretion. And Jaguar Wright, the wild card, the truth teller who refuses to be silenced, the woman who's seen too much and has nothing left to lose. Then there's Kathy White, a name that evokes more questions than answers, a vibrant young woman connected to the inner circles of Hollywood, gone too soon. Her sudden death, ruled a brain aneurysm, leaves a lingering sense of unease, a feeling that something doesn't quite add up. The timelines are tantalizing, the coincidences unsettling. Beyoncé's pregnancy announcement, the folded belly, the hospital lockdown, Kathy White's death, each event viewed in isolation might seem insignificant, but when pieced together, they form a puzzle that's both captivating and disturbing. The songs, too, add another layer of complexity. Beyoncé's lyrics, often deeply personal and emotionally raw, can be interpreted in multiple ways. Are they simply expressions of grief and loss, or are they veiled confessions, glimpses into a hidden truth? The beauty of art lies in its ambiguity, but in this context, that ambiguity only deepens the mystery. Tina Knowles' fierce defense of her daughter is understandable. What mother wouldn't protect her child from such a vicious rumor? But her unwavering denials also raise questions. Is she simply doing what any loving mother would do, or is she actively participating in a cover-up? The internet is a breeding ground for conspiracy theories, but this one has staying power. It refuses to fade away, resurfacing time and time again, fueled by speculation and unanswered questions. It's a testament to the power of rumor, the insatiable human desire to uncover secrets, and the enduring fascination with the lives of the rich and famous. Ultimately, the truth may never be known. The Carters aren't likely to issue a definitive statement, and Kathy White is no longer here to tell her side of the story. Jaguar Wright continues to speak her truth, but her claims remain unverified. So we're left with a choice: to believe the official narrative, to accept the carefully constructed image of Beyoncé as a loving mother who carried her child to term, or to entertain the possibility that there's more to the story, a darker truth hidden beneath the surface. The beauty, or perhaps the tragedy, of this rumor is that it speaks to something deeper than celebrity gossip. It speaks to our inherent distrust of power, our suspicion of those who control the narrative, and our enduring fascination with the secrets that lie hidden behind the glittering facade of Hollywood. And maybe, just maybe, that's why this rumor refuses to die. It's not about Blue Ivy, it's about us. It's about our need to believe that even the most powerful people are capable of deception, that even the most carefully constructed realities can crumble under the weight of truth. The questions linger, like the scent of expensive perfume after a scandalous exit. What if the fairy tale was a carefully orchestrated performance? What if the truth is buried beneath layers of wealth, power, and influence? What if Blue Ivy's arrival was a Hollywood magic trick, the greatest illusion of our time? Consider the lengths celebrities go to protect their image, the carefully staged paparazzi photos, the sanitized interviews, the army of publicists working overtime to control the narrative. For Beyonce, whose brand is built on perfection, the stakes are even higher. A chink in the armor, a crack in the facade, could shatter the illusion and tarnish the empire. The surrogacy rumor taps into a deep-seated cynicism about the elite. We see them living lives of unimaginable luxury, seemingly untouched by the struggles of everyday existence. It's easy to imagine them bending the rules, manipulating the system, and concealing uncomfortable truths to maintain their privileged status. The idea that Beyoncé, a woman who has always projected an image of strength and independence, might have outsourced something as inherently personal as childbirth is unsettling to some. It challenges the carefully cultivated narrative of female empowerment and raises questions about the pressures of fame and the sacrifices women make to achieve success. Kathy White's story is a tragic footnote in this saga. A young, vibrant woman with connections to the highest echelons of Hollywood, her life was cut short in a way that many find suspicious. Was she a pawn in a larger game, a casualty of the relentless pursuit of power and control? Or was her death simply a tragic accident, a cruel twist of fate? The parallels Jaguar Wright draws between Kathy White and Kim Porter are chilling. Both women were connected to powerful men, both died under mysterious circumstances, and both, according to Jaguar, were silenced before they could reveal damaging secrets. It's a pattern of alleged abuse and cover-up that, if true, would expose the dark underbelly of the entertainment industry. The lack of definitive proof only fuels the speculation. In the absence of concrete evidence, people are left to draw their own conclusions, to connect the dots in ways that make sense to them. The internet becomes an echo chamber, amplifying the rumors and conspiracy theories, creating a self-perpetuating cycle of doubt and suspicion. Beyonce's silence on the matter is deafening. While Tina Knowles has vehemently denied the allegations, Beyonce herself has remained largely silent, allowing the rumors to swirl around her like a persistent storm cloud. Is she simply above it all, refusing to dignify the allegations with a response? Or is she deliberately avoiding the topic, hoping it will eventually fade away? The truth, whatever it may be, is likely to remain elusive. The Carters have the resources and the power to control the narrative, to bury the truth beneath layers of legal maneuvering and public relations spin. Kathy White is gone, her voice silenced forever. Jaguar Wright continues to speak out, but her claims are often dismissed as the rantings of a disgruntled artist. And so the rumor persists, a persistent reminder that even in the age of social media and instant information, some secrets remain hidden, some truths remain buried, and some questions may never be answered. And the mystery of Blue Ivy's birth continues to captivate and intrigue, a testament to the enduring power of rumor and the enduring fascination with the lives of the rich and famous. The world keeps watching, waiting, and wondering what really happened behind those locked hospital doors.